And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, students and traders, everybody. Give me a second. Are we live? Let's see if YouTube is going to respond. All right, we are live. And today, everybody, we're giving support to the Ferrari company. Now there is no right or wrong, everybody. Don't worry. And happy Wednesday, right? Never forget, trading is a learnable skill, everybody. You can really learn this, alright? This is social proof. Just an example, this is Heraldo's account, live account, see everybody? And Heraldo, it's a retired electrician, okay? So if Heraldo can do this, you can do this too. Trading is a learnable skill, never forget. The goal is to bring you from zero to a millionaire trader in 3 years on average in an institutional way. What does this mean? You know it already, you're first an analyst and then you become a trader. If you want the free manual, please send me an email to mikefxboss@gmail.com. And if you want to receive the little book of trading secrets with this beautiful guy, you know, please visit the website www.fxbossfx.com. It's for free. This Saturday, everybody, 13th of December, we have the crypto course. Alright, cryptos are presenting, in my humble opinion, cryptos are presenting an opportunity. Okay, and in January we have the market wave mastery course. In February we start the virtual trading office. Alright, never forget, you're going to graduate from this course when you have number 1, charts set up and ready for trading, number 2, you have a strategy in place, and number 3, you have a complete understanding how this market works, so you can analyze the market and make an educated prediction. Risk disclaimer, this stream is not trading or investment advice. Remember, if your way it's not working, why don't you try mine? And my way, it's all about the Fibonacci's. And we are learning the third one, right? We use the Fibonacci of the confirmation, number 1, to re-enter trends when we have missed the entry at the capital C, and 1.2 to confirm the extension from the original Fibonacci of the larger time frame and the smaller time frame. That being said, everybody, open USD CAD. Today we have how to find the confirmation Fibonacci in a downtrend. Open USD CAD, everybody. I'm sorry, not USD CAD, NZD CAD. Open NZD CAD, everybody. Alright, yeah, we have news event. We're waiting for USD CAD news event, everybody. Dear analysts, are you checking the news? Dear analysts, are you checking the news? AUD, yen, you know, and now we are waiting for this one. My time, 11:45 Brazilian time, Bank of Canada, 4 p.m. Federal Reserve, and then we have AUD again, right? So, okay, now there is no right or wrong, but you should really be checking the news too. Okay. NZD CAD, let's start with the monthly chart, everybody. NZD CAD, do you have the same original Fibonacci as I do? Type in the chat yes or no. In the meantime, we are going to put here the A, right? This is going to be the A, capital A. Down in here is going to be the capital B. Up in here is going to be the capital C of the original Fibonacci, and down here projected the extension. Green goes to green, of course. Yeah, Marcus, now everything goes to 2026 trading, everybody. It's almost end of the year, right? Okay, now, alright, this is down then. Give me a second. Let's delete. Whoops, not this one. I shouldn't delete this one. This one. Okay. ABC, right, everybody? ABCs. Now, not sure this time I'm going to do the contrarian, everybody, right? Contrarian, and I don't have it. Oh, market wave fib. Okay, let's do it like this. It's going to be black one. and we are going to type here to the give me a second, text. We're going to put the sub A, right? Talking about the contrary and not the confirmation. So sub A is here, and clone sub B, everybody. Sub B, it's up in here. Sub C, somewhere down in here. Okay, sub A, sub B, sub C, and the projected extension, which I don't have I should have the colors, but anyway, you know, it's up in here, the sub D extension. Okay, it's up in here. Talking about the black one, up in here, this is then the sub D somewhere. Okay, and now the first one is on me. All right, so we are going to chart now the confirmation Fibonacci. In the meantime, we're going to put the name sub A. I'm going to make it smaller. We can also, you know, give it a second. All right, like this, and you know, we can change colors. Sub A and clone. Then we have the sub B. Sub A, right click and clone. We have here the sub C, and finally, you know, we're going to clone, and we're going to have finally the sub D, right? Okay, and the confirmation Fibonacci, everybody, goes in the same direction as the Fibonacci, as the original one. So this is now the sub A, right? Goes up to here. As you can see, everybody, on NZD monthly chart, the capital C of the original Fibonacci, the sub B of the contrarian Fibonacci, and the sub A of the Fibonacci of the confirmation are all in the same place. Hello, Olga, how are you? Can you see it, everybody? So this is sub B, right? And sub C is the highest point inside the sub A, sub B boundary. Let me see if the market hit the blue. Yes, it did. So out. And so the projected, everybody, sub D extension, you know, blue goes to blue, is down in here. Can you see it, everybody? If you would trade the confirmation Fibonacci, you would profit take. That's a rule. That's a rule. You would profit take, everybody, at the blue. Agreed? Makes sense, everybody? Yeah, there is no right or wrong. So I'm charting the confirmation Fibonacci sub A to sub B, sub B to sub C, and finally, you know, down here is the sub D extension, right? Okay, everybody can see it? This is the monthly chart. Exactly. So it's on 0.770, right? Let me see the daily chart. What is happening at 0.770 and 0.770, everybody? 0.77, not this one, 0.770, give me a second. And click on here and templates, edit label, oh, right click, edit coordinate, 0.770 something, right? Okay, everybody. Now, what we're going to do, right click on this one and, okay, I'm going to put a right click and I'm going to buy limit sell place bid by the set price alert. See everybody here? Okay, yes, alright, blah 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 blah. Whoops, I should agree. Set price. Alright, on price, indicate bit crossing 0.770, right everybody? And here you have the market hit the extension on daily confirmation Fibonacci. Alright everybody? Hello Alex, how are you? Okay. Why is this important? Because for you not to freak out everybody when the market goes down and down and down and goes down to here, is going to hit the property extension from the monthly. For you not to freak out, oh, the market's going against me. Of course it's going against you, it must. Right? Market wave theory, Forex course 101, lesson number 3, today it's lesson number 55. Alright? Okay everybody? Alex and Olga and everybody else, Shino if you are here, and Dave and Habib if you are online, type in the chat everybody if you have the same ABCDs, the original one, and you have the same sub A, sub B, sub C. Type in the chat, yes I do. Is the original Fibonacci winning 7 times out of 10 so far everybody? Yes or yes? Boss, but it takes a long time. Of course it takes a long time. You are on the monthly chart. Of course, but it doesn't change the fact that if you would trade in the Fibonacci direction, you would win 7 times out of 10. Agreed, everybody? Boss, do we have classes next week? Yes, everybody, we have classes until... Everybody, we have classes until December 18th. And then we are back January the 12th. January 12th, it's the second Monday. Why not January 5? I'm on vacation, that's why. I'm on vacation, okay? So we're going to be back with classes, and Heraldo and Julius with analysis, the market and trading and everything else from January 12, alright? So you are going to have everybody roughly 1 to 3 weeks of vacation, okay? Relax. December is a reflection time, everybody. Okay? Sub A, sub B, sub C. Olga says the same. Excellent. Let's go to the weekly, everybody. NZDCAD weekly. And remember, you have Canadian news if you are trading in the NZDCAD, right? NZDCAD. This is the... Alright, I'm going to delete a few things, alright? Because delete. I want to chart with you. Chart together. Now this is the... Give me a second. Don't confuse the market wave. Alright. Original Fibonacci is here, everybody. Do you have the same A? Down in here is the B. Be careful. That's the B. Up in here, that's the C. ABC. And because green goes to green, you know, is... There you go. Some of you next year are into the Advanced Institutional Trader course. Okay, I want you to learn that sometimes this business, this profession gets challenging and or boring. Alright, this market was in consolidation for click, double click, whoops. Now I'm going to delete this one. This market was in consolidation, you know, more or less, right? From 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 month, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 months, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 months, 1, 2, 3, 4 months. It was 4 months of consolidation, and then it dropped. Okay, student analysts who are next year into the Forex course 202, the advanced institutional trader course, I need you to learn that sometimes the market can stay in consolidation for 1, 2, 3 months. Alright, yes, thought this is common in the Forex market. For you not to freak out, and for you also if you have a trend trading strategy, here you're going to have losers, you're going to suffer, so be aware and, you know, adjust the strategy, adjust your trading. Alright, okay, so back to here everybody. I'm going to make it more transparent. Okay, and so we have the A, the B, the C, the D. Okay, now we are going to start charting the confirmation Fibonacci, not to waste time on the contrarian. Alright, so sub, just quickly, sub A, and remember you can name it 1, 2, 3, 4, doesn't really matter, sub A, and clone, sub B, and clone everybody, sub A, sub B, sub D, and the last one everybody is going to clone sub A, sub B, sub D. We are missing this sub C. Okay, now remember the same rules apply, right? First high to first low. This is now the sub A. This is now the sub B. I need to increase the scale so it hit the blue, right? I'm going to do it. Everybody, give me a second. Let's do it like this, right? Alright, hit the blue, so blue goes to blue, right? We're going to readjust. This is the second confirmation Fibonacci. Sub A goes to sub C, sub B goes to sub D, you know. And as you can see everybody, the market stopped us out the last time, right? This was the sub A, this was the sub B, and as you can see everybody, the market stopped us out on the confirmation Fibonacci in here. Can you see it? But then the market dropped again, so we need to go back up in here to the top. No, this is not trading, this is charting now. You know, me and Alex are building our charts, and Olga. Sub A, sub B, everybody. And did the market hit the green? Yes, it did, right? So the most recent confirmation Fibonacci, everybody, which we made, and you should, right, too, everybody, sub A, sub B. Can you see it in here? Sub A goes to sub C, and sub B goes to sub D. So far the sub C is up in here, and red goes to red. Can you see everybody how profitable was this trade? Can you see the market retraced, almost stopped us out, and it didn't? If you would enter here, look at the risk reward ratio, everybody. You would risk €1, $1, $1 Bitcoin, 1 Ferrari. Today we're giving support to the Ferraris, and you would make everybody you would make 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, we did enter this trade, everybody. That's why I'm telling you it was not easy, because it was sideways in consolidation for a few months. But this is the... Was it worth waiting, everybody? You would risk 1%, and you are making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6%. Yes, fair enough. This is just an example, but it's a true example. This happened for real. Okay. Yeah. Also, you know, it's so you know you make but you make 6% in on one trade. Everybody, makes sense? In 6 months, sure. Everybody, you must understand that the industry is not doing good. Makes sense? The industry, that's the industry. If you make 10% per year, you are a rock star. You're a superstar if you make 10% per year. This is Barclay Hedge. It's a fund index. This index, everybody, it's measuring 2,600 funds. All right. This before, and I remember before it was 4,000 something. So this is the industry. Makes sense? I'm not sure if I can make more. If I can put more of it here, you know. Can you see it, everybody? So the whole industry, 2,600 funds, hedge fund lost. The industry lost 8% in 2022, and you've made a humble 10%. See? And those guys have billions under management, 50 analysts, 20 traders, family office, God knows what. And you by yourself with your small team and a coach, which is me, you make 10%, 20%, and sometimes, you know, just sometimes, you are going to be the Heraldo, which doubled the account. Live account, everybody, makes sense? I need you to learn to understand. It's not just learn or understand. I need you to learn to understand that this is not luck. Make sense, everybody? This is a skill. We could get lucky 1 month, 2 months, but being lucky like this, consistently profitable, this is now, it's a skill. It's not luck anymore. Make sense, everybody? And the yellow line goes with the red line. See? He is not hedging, you know. The old guys, we know we can, you know, we can fake some results, right? In terms of the profit is going up, but the equity is going down because I'm hedging the market. But this is, you know, the red line, it goes together with the yellow line. So equity and profits are together. Okay? Just make 10% per year. Okay? Why are we having this conversation? Because you could make 6% in 6 months. Not bad. Not bad. Do you want to work hard or do you want to work smart? In the trading profession, you can work hard or you can work smart, right? Okay, everybody? Nevertheless, this is the confirmation Fibonacci. Do you have everybody the same as I do? Do you have the same confirmation Fibonacci? Type in the chat, everybody. Yes, I do have the same Fibonacci. Or type in the chat, no, I don't have the Fibonacci. Yes, next year we're going to trade together. Olga, smart plus hard. Well, you cannot work smart and hard, I'm sorry to tell you. Those two don't go together, Olga. Make sense, everybody? You cannot work and smart and hard. It's one or the other. You cannot work smart and hard. Doesn't work like this, you know. It's one or the other. You know, he has the same Fibonacci, is alright. Alex, do you want to work smart or hard? Alright, everybody. Now, that's the daily. Daily Fibonacci, original one on NZCAD, everybody. So the market broke the daily here. Then we started the new daily. And the market broke the daily here. You know, and then All right. So this is the most, I'm not sure. Oh, so here it didn't break. Red goes to red, everybody. Okay, the yellow one is the market wave. Do you have the same original Fibonacci, everybody, as I do? This is going to be the A, right? Capital A on the daily now. Capital B, AB, and capital C somewhere up in here. Capital C, the highest point inside the AB boundary before the market hits the property the extension. This time green goes to green, the projected the extension, everybody is going to be down in here. But remember from the slides, I tried working hard. Me too. Doesn't work, does it? Working hard doesn't work, you know, but don't tell anybody. Okay, this is our original Fibonacci, and then just quickly we're going to put the sub ABCDs. Sub A. Yes, Marcus, next year we're going to trade a hedge fund with just the Fibonacci strategy, and it's going to be set and forget. Okay, basically you're going to work for me. You are allowed to make mistakes, but you are not allowed to do some your own stuff. Sub A, sub B, sub C, and sub D. You're going to see, everybody, is not that difficult, alright? Sub A, sub B, sub C, and sub A, sub B, sub C. We're missing the sub C, there you go. Okay, going up in here, sub A, sub B, sub C. Okay, moving the chart. Okay. Everybody, where should I start my confirmation Fibonacci? From the first circle, from the second circle, or from the third circle? How can I find the confirmation Fibonacci in a downtrend? Where should I start my... Well, that's the C, right? The C is the highest point inside the AB boundary after the B before the market hits the appropriate extension. Where would you start your sub A, sub B, sub A, sub B, sub C? Marco is asking, boss, can I not use the contrarian Fibonacci on charts? Well, the answer is yes, but why wouldn't you? You as an analyst, you don't need to trade, everybody. You're mixing, that's on me. But I'm telling you, most of you guys are mixing apples with bananas. Don't mix you as a trader, you trading the Fibonacci's compared to you as an analyst. Makes sense? You use the contrarian Fibonacci, everybody. We're using the contrarian Fibonacci to find the conformity, agreed? And Fibonacci are getting crazy. Is something happening with Bitcoin? Fibonacci, my two dogs are getting crazy. Or is something with cat? Or is something with Bitcoin? Cryptos are all good, nothing special. Everybody. Yes, those two dogs are Fibonacci, right? Give me a second. Something's happening with Bitcoin when those guys got crazy. Nothing new. Alright, everybody, sub A, sub B. Yeah, I have a 20 seconds delay on the chat. Where would you put, everybody, your sub A, sub B? The second circle says Todd. Yes, exactly, everybody. This is we start our sub A at the C. This is also the highest point, right? The starting. Remember, we are using the same rules to chart the original Fibonacci. We are using the same rules to chart the confirmation Fibonacci, and we are using the same rules to chart the contrarian Fibonacci. So this was the first one, and green goes to green, right? If I'm not mistaken, green goes to green. So here the market hit the green, and then the market stopped us out, and then went back down. See everybody, sometimes the confirmation Fibonacci is going to lose. Okay, you will be stopped out on the confirmation Fibonacci and then back again, back in. And now green goes to green and here to here. Okay, everybody, this is the most recent confirmation Fibonacci. Okay, on USD, on NZD, I keep saying USD, on NZD cat daily chart, alright? Okay, everybody? In about an hour and a half, we're going to have the, really in about 40 minutes, we're going to have the NZD, and we're going to have the NZD cat, we're going to have the Canadian news. So if the Canadian news is going to be good for Canada, then this market goes to short the market if you want. This is not a trading advice, we're here to learn. Short the market, put the stop loss up in here, and put the take profit down in here. Do this on the demo account first, everybody, okay? All got the highest point? Yes, exactly. Alright, everybody, give me a second. There you go, something. This is the live account, so the market put me in a hedge. I have a buy and sell position. Alright, so we're going to see how this goes. Yeah, we're going to trade the news, everybody. Okay, now this was USD CAD. If you are trading USD CAD, everybody, we've learned this in the previous lessons. Pay attention, because you are going to have the Canadian news in about 40 minutes, and then 4 p.m. Brazilian time you have the dollar news. Tonight 9 p.m. 9:30 AUD news again, and Switzerland Central Bank 5:30 Brazilian time. You know, we are going to trade all of those guys. Okay, everybody, and we have time. Let's go to NZD 4-hour chart. NZD 4-hour chart, everybody. Up and down, going up and down. So starting from here, let me see if the market would stop us out, right? ABCD, and then the market would stop us out here. Up Fibonacci, and now down Fibonacci. Original one, everybody, original Fibonacci on the 4-hour chart. Zooming in, this will be the first Fibonacci going down on the 4-hour chart, and green goes to green, if I'm not mistaken, of course. I'm going to zoom in the chart even further. A to B, that's correct. This is the highest point, that's correct. Green goes to green, that's correct. The market, would the market stop us out up in here? No, it would not, for a pip. Almost, but anyway, red goes to red, and this is now the most recent original Fibonacci, everybody, on NZD 4-hour chart. Then the market would stop us out up in here and go back down, so we need to redo it. ABCDs just quickly. Green goes to green, we need to find the low, if I'm not mistaken. This will be the second original Fibonacci on NZD 4-hour chart. And green goes to green, this would be the next, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see, double check, triple check. It must be, the D must be a low. That's the low, and there you go. This is the most recent original Fibonacci, everybody, on ANZ cat 4-hour chart that you can trade if you want, you know, A and capital B and capital C up in here. Green goes to green, projected the extension. Alright, ABCD. So together with the news and Canadian news, you know, if the market, you know, this would be the counter trend line break, everybody. Also you have a crown, left tip, center tip, bam, crown, the market crowned. You're not in an uptrend anymore, you're now in a downtrend. So some of you are going to check the news. If the market breaks the counter trend line, and especially if it makes a lower low, you know, there is no right or wrong, it's your setup. Take the ride down to, it's December, it might take you 2 or 3 weeks to come down to here. But still, right, it's a nice trade if you go, if this would be risk. Everybody risk 0.5%, alright? Have fun. You know, it's not going to change your life, you know, if you even if you lose, right? Okay, everybody? Do you have the same, everybody? Thank you, Marcus. Boss, why don't we trade the confirmation? Thank you, Marcus. Alright, so this is the original Fibonacci on the 4-hour chart. How would we trade the confirmation, alright, which is smaller in nature compared to the, there you go, alright, fair enough. Okay, everybody, you can trade also the confirmation, stop loss above in here, take profit, green goes to green, down to here, why not, right? Makes sense, everybody? There is no right or wrong. Thank you, Marco. So this is going to be the... Everybody, do you have the same chart as I do? Sup. In the Fibonacci Mastery course, we are giving you the charts, alright? So you can conform your charts with other traders. Sub A, sub B, sub C, everybody, sub A, sub B, sub C, and down in here it's finally the sub D. Okay, sub A, sub B, sub B. Any questions before we finish for today? Boss, should I trade the original Fibonacci on NZD-CAD 4-hour chart, or should I trade the confirmation Fibonacci on NZD-CAD on the 4-hour chart? Answer, I don't know. That's on you, guys. Make sense, everybody? You need to decide what to trade. Okay? I mean, you've seen that the market stop you out on the confirmation Fibonacci. Okay? Don't forget, Fibonacci has a statistically proven edge on the daily chart, and we're talking about the original Fibonacci, not the contrarian, not the confirmation. The original Fibonacci, everybody, on the daily chart wins 7 times out of 10 on average. What does this mean on average? There are going to be some currency pairs that are going to win 9 times out of 10. There are going to be some currency pairs that win 6 times out of 10. But you must trade the original Fibonacci on the daily chart. You go from the daily to the 4-hour chart, the statistic gets lower. The original Fibonacci on the 4-hour chart, like this one, wins on average 6 times out of 10. Okay? And below the 4-hour chart, it becomes random. Random. Okay, everybody? So if you take this ride, if you short AUD-CAD and you put the stop loss up in here and the take profit down to here, Okay, statistically proven, this trade is going to win 6 times out of 10. Okay, you have a 60% chance of win on this trade. How much risk? That's on you. But in the industry, everybody, what's normal? It's risking 0.5%, 0.25%. 1% absolutely too much for retail traders, you know. What about the confirmation of a statistic on the... Olga, we don't have it. Great question. There is no statistic, everybody, about the confirmation and contrarian, alright? Okay, nobody did the statistical analysis. Don't ask me why, because I don't know. I don't know why. Most likely it takes a long time. You know, if you want to do it, boss, why didn't you do time? You know, it's going to take a few years to collect statistical data, you know, on the... Make sense? Okay, Olga, great question. Me personally, I don't have any statistic to show you or to tell you. Okay, about how the Fibonacci works on the confirmation Fibonacci and how Fibonacci works on the contrarian. Okay, everybody, that being said, see you back tomorrow. And remember, we have classes next week and then we go on vacation and we got back 12 of January. Let me confirm one more time. Classes resume 12th of January with Forex course 101, lesson number 1. What is the technical market structure? If you are late for the Forex course 101, if you join the Forex course 101 in between, tell your friends and family we are starting from square zero. January 12th, Monday. Okay? With the first lesson, what is technical market structure in the Forex market. Before we finish, never forget, everybody, if you want quicker, so what's your next level? If you want quicker results and not waste 2, 3, 4 years, Shino or Mo, to figure out the market, ask for private lessons of the Forex course 101. Time is an issue, why would you waste it? But number 2 is the most important. If you want consistent results, learn the mindset and the heart set of the professional trader, ask for the Forex course 202, the institutional trader course. Alex knows something about it, you know. Alex started a little bit, you know. If you've been around the block for 2, 3, 4 years or more, and you are not making it, this course, it's a must. You must come to this course. Why? Everybody, we are not arrogant, but because you're not stupid, right? But yeah, you are lacking some specific knowledge, and this knowledge is your next level. Make sense, everybody? The institutional trader mindset, it's quite different than the retail trader mindset. Don't be that arrogant, everybody, that, oh, I know everything. I'm telling you, Alex has a taste that this business is not what you think it is, you know. You believe it's all about the chart and the strategy. I'm telling you, I've been telling the students for more than 1 decade now that, yeah, we are using strategies and we are looking at the charts, but this business has nothing to do. You know, it's not what you think it is, right? Alright, everybody, see you tomorrow. Until tomorrow, stay strong and study. Try to do an NZDCAT trade, alright, on the demo account if you want to have fun. Study the charts as a boss. This is the boss, signing off.